last time out, we went from an absolute rocket of a result, 3-0 away in the Bernabeu against Real Madrid, to bottling the Carabao Cup final against Wolves. Did we bounce back to get a quarter-final spot in the Champions League? Stay tuned to find out. Yes, welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. There's been no time for us to lick our wounds. We have got to get straight back on the horse, and we've got to take care of business in the Champions League. That is the goal of the season, remember, to win the Champions League. Of course, we're disappointed we didn't get the Carabao Cup. Of course, we're disappointed we didn't get the FA Cup. But we are still within reach. We've got a 3-0 lead. You don't need me to run through this team. It's fairly standard by now. We are, like I said, 3-0 up from the first leg. So we're never going to get a better chance to knock Real Madrid out of the Champions League. And let's get straight into it. Kick-off. It's live. Have to win our home games. No excuses. We have to bounce back from bottle jobs. No excuses. And I'm confident we can. They're playing Declan Rice in central midfield this time. Not in the sort of defensive midfield role that I was planning on using him in, it has to be said. They're playing him a bit further forward. Maybe that's more of where Arteta sees him this year. Who knows? They are very keen to get straight in. And Ferland Mendy found Lukaku. And Lukaku's found the back of the net already. 7 minutes gone. He was dozy in the last episode. He didn't score. Well, to be fair, it wasn't his fault. It was disallowed for offside. This time, though, Jared Bowen, being a bit dozy, gives the ball away to Ferland Mendy. And if we are going to throw this away, the start is how... I mean, that is how a bottle job starts, right? And we're back in business. I mean... yeah, I think it's time to demand more. Hasn't been a great start from us. We're yet to have a highlight go in our favour. We've got a 0.05 XG, and Real Madrid are on the ball for highlight number 2. They scored off the first one. Gullickson's got past Bowen. Bowen does a bit better this time. Gets the ball to Akoli. Paquetá, Bellingham. Can we counter? He looks for Marcus Leonardo, who's in behind, and he has found the back of the net. His 30th goal of the season. Credit to Jude Bellingham for the assist. Credit to Jared Bowen for winning the ball back. It's liquid football from West Ham. This is the West Ham way that for years I thought was just delusional West Ham fans moaning about bad style of football. But it just goes to show it is actually a thing. Conor Gallagher with the long range strike. It bounces clear to Akoli. Everyone in the Real Madrid half. We're all over them. Rafa Leão, Marcus Leonardo, and the referee's assistant will spare his blushes because that was a horrendous finish compared to the composure he showed before then. Rafa Leão defending like an absolute madman, getting the ball back. Real Madrid can't control it. Rafa Leão, that's Marcus Leonardo rather. We've got Raphael, we've got Leonardo. We've built a team full of Ninja Turtles. No wonder we're winning. That's been the secret all along, boys and girls. I can't believe we didn't spot that. We've got Leonardo, Raphael. Can we get a Michelangelo and a Donatello? I'm not sure they exist, if I'm honest. Maybe it's time to give our assistant manager a bit of a new nickname. Maybe that's the missing link in all this. And of course, that means I go down as... I can't remember his name. That is embarrassing. It's just come to me, Master Splinter. How did I not remember that? I grew up watching the Ninja Turtles. Well, hopefully my lack of turtle memories is not going to cost us too badly in this tie. I mean, there's not a lot going on in this second half. No changes made either side. Rafa Leão is not in the best of shapes, it has to be said. So Rayan Cherki can come on and play on the left-hand side. Will he give us that injection of energy that we seem to have been lacking other than the goal we scored? Gabby Jesus has put Arsenal ahead. I think that finished 1-0 from the first leg, so they are looking like very strong contenders for a quarter-final spot. as are we, especially if Cherky bends this free kick in like he does. I mean, what a strike that is. David Beckham, eat your heart out. That is absolutely spectacular. I mean, they've done him absolutely dirty with the replay angle, because the initial angle was the best one to see it from. He bent it round the wall. He found that top corner. It's 5-1 on aggregate. Declan Rice, you should have come when you had the chance, mate. David Alaba now. Samuel Lino. Dwight McNeil gets up. Oh, we couldn't have him scoring against us. Trevor Chalobah. João Mario. How close was it? Close enough for the goal line technology to show us a replay. Not close enough for them to check it in real time. And the time is ticking. We've got 10 minutes to go. It would take a bottle job of the most spectacular proportions if we were to throw this away. But I'm not ruling anything out yet, boys and girls. One more sub. Let's get Ben Johnson on for Bellanova. There we go. 10 minutes to go. 5 subs. That's normally enough to kill the game. Don't normally... Well, if we were chasing a goal, we definitely wouldn't see another highlight after making those changes. As it stands, we're defending the lead. We're still not going to see another highlight. Is that a thing? Is that a bug in this year's FM? It might be. Now I think back. Now look back at all the episodes where we've gone mental at the end of a game, trying to chase a goal, and nothing happens. Maybe that is the unwritten rule. Don't make changes in the last 10 minutes, especially not a massive amount. But I'm not going to complain about exploiting that. We are through to the quarterfinals. And join us in a minute where we find out just who we're going to take on next. Before we get to that though, any Turtle fans wondering if there are any Donatellos, there doesn't appear to be. There's a couple of Donatellis. And is there a Michelangelo? Have I even spelt it right? Michelangelo. There's a few Michelangelos here as assistant manager. We've got an attacking midfielder on the right from Regina. He's not good enough to play for us, so unfortunately he won't be signed. Sorry, Turtle fans, we're going to stick with a 2 for now. And we're going to hope that it's not Shredder who is doing the Champions League draw. Because I thought Hierro stitched us up in the last round, to be honest. Who have we got this time? It's Mark Overmars, Arsenal and Holland legend. Live from Budapest, of all places. He will be our host. These are the teams we could get. I mean, instantly I'm thinking Feyenoord would be a great draw. Then possibly Borussia Dortmund. Or, dare I say it, Arsenal. Definitely don't want Chelsea or PSG. Inter Milan have stuffed us up a couple of times in the course of this save. So not overly enthusiastic about the prospect of facing them. Borussia Dortmund first out of the hat then. Is it going to be West Ham? It's not. It's going to be Newcastle. Inter Milan next out of the hat. Definitely haven't cursed us. Feyenoord. So it's going to be Arsenal, PSG or Chelsea. We're guaranteed to have an all-English quarter-final. Who is it going to be? It's Arsenal first out of the hat. And they will take on West Ham. We've got West Ham. And then PSG versus Chelsea. So we've got Arsenal next in the league as well. That will give us a taste of how good they are. And if we can get past them, a semi-final of... I mean, we can't get Arsenal again, but Mark Overmars, it was Hierro in the last draw. He gave us Real Madrid. Mark Overmars has given us Arsenal. There's something in that, I'm telling you. Who would we get in the semi? Borussia Dortmund or Newcastle will face Inter or Feyenoord. So it's Chelsea or PSG. It's not going to be an easy task winning this Champions League, is it? And if Chelsea can get through PSG, then we're guaranteed to have an English team in the final again. Absolute scenes. Possibly even 2 if Newcastle can do a number on Dortmund. But yeah, when will they take place? We've got Arsenal in the league next, then we've got Fulham, and then we've got the 2 games against Arsenal. So we're going to play through these 2, and I'll join you for leg 1 of the quarter-final of the Champions League. So in the league, it was Jude Bellingham that stepped up and helped us land a crucial blow in the build-up to the quarter-final against Arsenal by beating them 2-0 at the London Stadium before a rotated side just blew it against Fulham again. Fulham seemed to be our bogey team this season. It was 3-3 in the home leg. We didn't deserve anything. This one we went down 4-3. Again, we didn't deserve anything. It was nip and tuck. They took the lead. Milenkovic equalised. Then we went ahead. Then they equalised. Then they went ahead. Then we equalised. And finally, they, through Woo Young-jung, I think that's how you pronounce it. 8 shots on target. They were just the better team. It was a slightly rotated side. We did lose Paquetá through injury in the 6th minute. But there's no doubt about it. We should have won that game comfortably. We just didn't turn up. And hopefully that's down to the rotation rather than just being a team of bottle merchants, because we are in for a crucial game now. Arsenal away, first leg of the quarter-final. This is the team. Karnaseki in goal. A full-strength back four of Mohamed Kua, Tomori, Caleb Okoli, Bellanova. Scott is going to come in as the ball winner because Bellingham has been doing bits in the Metzala role. I'd like to swap him around. I might even swap him around during the game. Again, don't have the option for whatever reason of swapping them. Don't know if it's the skin. Don't know if it's the game. What? But yeah, we might have to keep an eye on that. Dewey in the playmaker role. Rafa Leao on the left. Jared Bowen on the right after Mo Salah. I haven't forgiven for missing that penalty in the League Cup final, I'll be honest. And Skamaka gets a nod up front. Just because, why not? Let's get this show on the road then. It's Arsenal versus West Ham. It's Champions League quarter-final. It's first third in the league. That's got to be that's the group stage, isn't it? Yes. So, an Arsenal team that are no mugs. No mugs at all. Scalvini's in there. Seiwold's in there. Todibo's in there. Other than that, everyone else in the 11 is there at the start. Bukayo Saka only on the bench though. How big could that be? And how big can it be that we can't name a full quota of substitutes? Paquetá injured and Conor Gallagher suspended. It looks like Seiwold's playing slightly ahead of Odegaard. That seems a bit of an odd one from Patrick Vieira. Maybe Odegaard is playing as a deep line playmaker as opposed to advanced playmaker or central midfielder on attack. You all know the roles are endless. But I was about to demand more, but we've got a corner to defend. Karnaseki claims it comfortably. That is what you want from your keeper. Coming in, not doing it Onana and clearing everything out but the ball. Comes out, claims the ball confidently. We're looking for Skamaka over the top. Can't get it, but we've won the second ball. Bowen into Leao. Rafa Leao. Away game in the Champions League. That calls for a Rafa Leao first goal scorer. That is the bet, boys and girls. If we get through to the semi-finals, I'd be lumping on it now. First goal in the away leg. Rafa Leao. Jared Bowen. Skamaka. What a pass this is. Takes it first time, possibly catches Ramsdale a bit cold, a bit flat-footed. He probably thought he was going to take it back onto his right, but he doesn't. He slots it with his left, and that is 1-0 to the Hammers. I'm sure there's all sorts of doubt creeping into this Arsenal team now. They've lost 2-0 to us in the league. They're now 1-0 down. They've seen what we've done at the Bernabeu. Although you could argue they was equally as impressive in beating Man United home and away. But we are a different animal. And Jude Bellingham, nearly made it 3-2 against Arsenal for him. But he can't keep that one on target. And, I'll say it, that should be 2-0. Let's hope we're not going to live to rue that. We've got another opportunity here though. Jared Bowen with the corner. Todibo gets up at the near post and gets it away. Jared Bowen beats Zinchenko to the ball. And Rafa Leao's in again. And Rafa Leao, it's not just the first goal he scores in these away legs. It's the second goal as well. History repeating himself. Rafa Leao at the double. I mean, how have Man City allowed us to take him on loan, by the way? He could be the difference between us winning and not winning the Champions League. He's been that huge for us. I mean, it's going to cost us an absolute bomb to make it permanent. 86 million, is that the value because that is in the contract? It is an 86 million pound optional future fee. I mean, we can afford it. We can afford it, although he's on 275 grand a week at the moment. Who knows? I tell you what, if he scores a goal in the semi-final and we get to if we get to the semi-final and he scores, and then somehow if we can get through Chelsea or PSG and get to the final, if he does score a goal in the final, I will activate that release clause because it's only fair. PSG are 1-0 up against Chelsea. Tammy Abraham scoring against his old club. That has got to hurt all the Chelsea purists that were crying out for years about academy players. And then they got their chance through the pandemic with Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, Tomori. They've all moved on. We've got Tomori. Rafa Leao's got the bit between his teeth because he's hit the post there, almost picking up a hat-trick. I mean, Mason Mount's still at Chelsea in this universe, but obviously Tammy Abraham has gone on to Roma and then to PSG, and he's scored a goal that might just potentially end up knocking Chelsea out of the Champions League. Milenkovic can come on for that new ball-winning midfielder role that he seems to revel. Mohamed Salah, speaking of like the ex-Chelsea theme, he can come on. And Ndongo can get a run out at right back. 3 changes should be enough. 9 minutes to go. 2-0 up, away from home. You'll take that all day long. Still no Saka for Arsenal. I mean, if you don't want him, I can think of someone that would quite gladly take him off your hands. And that someone, he's got 2 thumbs and he's PottsyFM. Martinelli now, looking for Nketiah at the top, but Tomori, as if to, say, you were definitely talking about me, Gaffer, and this is why. Heads it back. Oh, Coley's giving it away, you muppet. Nketiah's in. Oh, and he's absolutely missed a huge chance there. Eddie Nketiah. Is that the chance that costs Arsenal a semi-final spot and hands it to us? I hope it is. I hope you hope it is, because, I mean, you might be watching it to see us struggle rather than to see us win things. But win things we hope to do. That is a great first leg against Arsenal. Puts us in a fantastic position for you to come back and watch us on Tuesday, where we take on Arsenal in the second leg. Should wrap up the Premier League, and who knows, maybe even a semi-final against PSG or Chelsea. You'll have to wait and see. Join us on Tuesday. See you then. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. And I'll see you next week.